Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars The Acolyte budget is more than Game of Thrones. $180 million. Yeah. Absolutely unbelievable cost. Ridiculous. Wholly irresponsible. I mean, sure, fine if Disney want to spend astronomical sums of money on an 8-episode limited series. Be my guest, I guess. But it is crazy. $180 million. Cost more than Game of Thrones. Cost more than Taylor Sheridan's 1883. It's astronomical, quite frankly. And it flies in the face of what Disney and Bob Iger had been saying for a long time, that we need to get the budgets in check. We need to sort that. You remember, this is being released on Disney Plus, a platform which cannot generate profit in that way, right? Like it's not like a movie where you're going to release something and it generates profit. There is a cap for how much Disney Plus can make Disney, because there's only so many households in the world willing to spend on Disney Plus. You keep raising the price of it and things like this. There's a cap, there's an upper limit. It will top out at a certain amount, and in fairness, it does seem like we've hit that limit as well. So this is astronomically expensive for what this is. I mean, again, fine, you want to blow $180 billion on that, that's fine. But it is very, very stupid. Very, very stupid. So we'll take a look at this. Hit subscribe if you're newer, guys. And please do turn the bell notifications on. For returning subscribers, if you like what I do, please do support further via Patreon. It's the first link down below. You can support on a monthly basis for as little as $2 a month. And that would really help me out, because YouTube unsubscribes. It also demonetizes people. And it's just a real pain in the arse, basically. So support via Patreon. Anyway. Yeah, quote here. Why would any show need to be this expensive? Yeah, the Acolyte budget makes no sense. It puts Game of Thrones and Taylor Sheridan's 1883 to shame. It's crazy. $180 million. I mean, that's more than most movies. The episodes are like 30 minutes long. This is a movie budget. It's baffling. But it's interesting, because this article is like, why would any show need to be this expensive? This is Disney that we're dealing with here. This is the company that their budgets are just, they spiral. They don't seem to have a handle on it. Well, they don't have a handle on it. It's not they don't seem. We know they don't have a handle on it. Like Ant-Man 3 was, again, just astronomically expensive. Indiana Jones, astronomically expensive. Star Wars The Force Awakens, astronomically expensive. The Rise of Skywalker, astronomically expensive. I guess the one saving grace with this budget is that, hey, they filmed a lot of it presumably in the UK. I don't even know that. I can just assume it based on, the fact Disney always do this, because they can generate a 25% reimbursal from my tax. And I'm pretty certain they did as well, to be fair. But yeah, that's the only saving grace for them. Bizarre. Anyway. So, Disney has reportedly spent over $180 million to make Star Wars' latest TV show, The Acolyte. A shocking budget for the 8-episode. It'd be a different story if it was like 8 hours. Some of these are half an hour long, including credits. What are you doing? Cost more than Game of Thrones or Taylor Sheridan's 1883. A huge gamble for Disney. You think? $22.5 million an episode. Game of Thrones was like the highest budget series at the time, and that became like a $10 million an episode. So since the age of prestige TV, the budget to make these shows have skyrocketed to new heights with each passing year. And they really need to get a handle on this, because the economics of it don't bear out. It is going to just implode. They spiral, like an X-wing or a Y-wing, just floating around through space, and it's going to blow up because they're spiraling out of control. Anyway, some studios have no intention of slowing down. Disney has reportedly spent 180 million on its newest series, The Acolyte. 180 million for a series with 8 30-minute long episodes. With credits. The budget is enormous, especially when compared to other critically acclaimed and expensive TV shows like Game of Thrones. The thing about it is, when you look at Game of Thrones, it looks expensive. You can kind of see the value on screen, right? Like you can, well, I feel like you can anyway. Some people might disagree, but I feel like you can genuinely see the value on screen. $180 million, Bob Iger's been bent over, absolutely Rogered blind here, and they haven't even pulled his pants up afterwards. They've just left, chuckling out the door. Like it's crazy. So it was new Star Wars universe, so wide and expansive, it's hard to follow and keep track of every single event and moment. However, Disney's upcoming series, The Acolyte, is a standalone Star Wars TV show that requires no prior knowledge of George Lucas's space opera universe, created by Leslie Headland. The series is more representative compared to some projects within the mythos, starring women in prominent roles and features an ensemble cast. I mean, this article's dog shit. There was women in prominent roles all the time. Shut up. And no one likes it. The trailer was released, and as this article notes, fans hardly had any positive reaction in the comments, currently having just 194,000 likes with 10 million views. Like, that's not good. It's been in the works for more than 4 years. The Acolyte will have 8 episodes, each over 30 minutes long, debuting on Disney Plus soon. The series reportedly cost the studio over $180 million with $22.5 million an episode. A shockingly high budget. The series budget puts Game of Thrones $15 million an episode for 6 episodes in season 8 to shame. Taylor Sheridan's 1883, which contains an incredible cast, cost $169 million to create 10 45 to 67 minute long episodes. And again, all of these are nothing compared to it, but people are just like, this is dog shit, what's going on? And these are some of the responses. Look, each episode, they average 30 minutes long, 22.5 million an episode. Why would any show need to be this expensive? That is crazy insane to make a $180 million Disney Star Wars show with only 8 episodes when it could be better spent on a well-made movie. Yeah. No wonder these studios are just floundering around. Disney Star Wars sure knows how to off themselves with such impossibly expensive flops. No one asked for this garbage and they spent $180 million on it. Yep. This is how you fail. Yep. There's no reality where this show is going to be good. Not $180 million good. Even if you think it's good. $180 million good? Bearing in mind, it's probably more than that. Their budgets are always more than they initially report. By quite a large margin. And because this did film in the UK, we'll get to find that out. 30-minute live action, Star Wars is insane. At least make episodes around an hour. What the F. This is mental. But there you go. I mean, look, I don't personally care. I think it's hilarious. But genuinely crazy. And they're already wheeling out the excuses, which I'm going to do another video on. It's very, very funny. So, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Again, support further via Patreon if you enjoyed this video. That would help me out. $2 a month. Not much. Literally less than a coffee. First link down below. Take care. Bye now.